Rewan, stop meowing.
Meow.
I'm gonna hit you.
Meow?
Break it up, you two.
And what if we don't?
You'd best listen to me, child, for
It little profits that an idle king by this still hearth among these banning crags, marched with an aged wife, I meet and dole unequal laws into a savage race that hoard and sleep and feed and know not me. I cannot rest from travel or from drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone on shore. And when through scudding drifts the rainy Hyades decks the dim sea, I am become a name for always roaming with a hungry heart. Much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments, myself not least, but honored of them all, and drunk delight of battle with my peers, far on the ringing plains of windy Troy. I am a part of all that I have met, yet all experience is an art wherethrough gleams that untraveled world whose margin fades, forever and forever when I renew. How dull it is to pause, to make an end, to rest unburnished, not to shine in use, as though to breathe were life. Life piled on life were all too little, and of one to me little remains. But every hour is saved from that eternal silence, something more, a bringer of new things. And while it were for some 3 suns to store and hoard myself, and this grey spirit yearning in desire to follow knowledge, like a sinking star beyond the utmost bound of human thought. This is my son, mine own Telemachus, to whom I leave the sceptre and the isle, well loved of me, discerning to fulfill this labour, by slow prudence to make mild a rugged people, and through soft degrees subdue them to the useful and the good. Most blameless is he, centred in the sphere of common duties, decent not to fail in offices of tenderness, and pay meet adoration to my household gods when I am gone. He works his work, I mine.
There lies the port. The vessel puffs her sail. There gloom in the dark, broad seas my mariners, souls that have toiled and wrought and thought within me, that ever with a frolic welcome took the thunder and the sunshine and opposed free hearts, free foreheads. You and I are old. Old age hath yet his honor and his toil. Death closes all, but something ere the end, some work of noble note may yet be done, not unbecoming men that strove with gods. The lights begin to twinkle from the rocks, the long day wanes, the slow moon climbs, the deep moans round with many voices. Come, my friends, 'tis not too late to seek a newer world. Off and sitting well in order smite the sounding furrows, for my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset, and the baths of all the western stars until I die. It may be that the gulfs will wash us down, it may be that we shall touch the happy isles and see the great Achilles whom we knew. Though much is taken, much abides, and though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are, we are. One equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield.
And who are you to say that?
I am the great Ulysses.
Stop pretending to be Ulysses.
Who are you even supposed to be talking to?
Well, at first I was just talking to myself, and then I got carried away and spoke to whoever was willing to listen, and then I was rallying my Odyssey buddies. Huzzah!
Why are you trying to rally them?
Girl, she be bored and looking for adventure. She not satisfied with just bossing people around all the time.
What millennium is that from?
Well, that was written in 1833 about Odysseus, the ruler of Ithaca in ancient Greece.
Meow. It sounds like he's trying to say that the easy, comfortable life isn't always very satisfying.
His life wasn't easy.
Yes it was. He sat back and bossed people around all day.
Yeah, a rugged people that he has to subdue.
But compared to drinking the delight of battle, telling people what to do was nothing.
Well, I don't like the way he described it. There were way too many run-on sentences. Horrible grammar!
Actually, the way Alfred Lord Tennyson wrote the poem was meant to keep the reader from stopping. His sentences don't even end as whole lines. They often stop mid-line so that there's less pause, except when his audience changes. It kind of goes with Ulysses' attitude throughout the poem, I think.
There was quite a bit of imagery there, too, especially the part with the aged wife. I can just imagine his wife being this wrinkled old woman who kind of looks like a raisin.
Sheesh, that's mean.
Anyway, what about the part with the battle and the ships?
Oh yeah, do you mean when he says the vessel puffed her sail and then describes the raging battles in windy Troy?
Yeah, that just makes me feel like I'm there with him on the adventure.
Except you're not.
Shut up.
He uses a lot of alliteration when he's talking about his hungry heart and how he drank delight of battle. When he uses food and drink to talk about his experiences, it's almost like he considers adventure to be as important a part of life as food and drink.
What about Odysseus' son Telemachus? I don't hear much bragging about his adventures.
That's because he's not going on any. Ulysses leaves him at home to rule Ithaca. He uses the metonymy of the scepter to make that clear.
Sucks for Telemachus. He has to stay there while Ulysses goes off chasing stars.
Yeah, who goes around chasing stars anyway?
Stars symbolize new things that Ulysses has yet to experience. He's not actually chasing them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, how did he hurt his Achilles tendon?
He didn't. When he says Achilles, he's referring to Greek mythology, as well as when he says the rainy Hyades and the happy isles.
Yeah, it makes the poem sound like a happy ending to the Odyssey, where all brave men go to the happy isles after death, just like the great Achilles.
Wow, I can't believe this whole conversation just turned into a history lesson. Well, I guess it was interesting.
Thank you for listening.